Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room? It's the morning crew, and we want to give it to you. My name is Robert Antoine, and I am your host this morning for the Black CEO Morning Show. And I have some of the cutest and the baddest and the finest and the sexiest and the smartest and the brightest people in all of social media. By my side, I've got Taria Hodge. What's happening, Taria? And also, I've got Vision of Bont doing the doggone thing. What's going on, Vision?
The vision is clear.
Ah, that's what I am talking about, y'all. I mean, by the time everybody gets to see this particular broadcast, I want you to do hashtag boom, hashtag Black Friday, because we are coming up on Turkey Day, y'all. And I just want to tell everybody, I got two things I want to share with y'all. Two things. The first thing is I'm traveling next week, Vision, and I was able to make my airfare and my hotel accommodation all with these things called points on my credit card, and I didn't realize that I had them there. By accident. I just
Oh, that's
came
always
up on it.
good. Ooh, I
Oh
love
my
those
God!
finding
Like,
points. It's like finding $20.
man, woo! What you talking about? And I
Yes.
don't know who else can relate to that, but I mean, Taria
I,
Hodge,
I
when I
can't,
tell
I
you I did
can't,
a
I
happy
can't
dance.
relate because my points don't add up. I don't understand. Whenever I try to use points, how come I always have to add more money?
Girl,
Well,
you go on airlines. That's what it is. You gotta go with the
Yes,
right one.
so I think that's what it is, because the airlines I fly with, it's just not happening. I've never been able to travel on points. I'm still working on adding up points.
Ooh,
what?
it's the biggest
What?
blessing. I love those points. Hello.
Yes, indeed. Well, I know. Well, I tried to since I found out that I could do it on this one particular card. I tried to do it on the Amex, but they told me I had to get the 5,000 points, and I'm about 1,000 points short, so I couldn't use it. But I was so amazed that I was able to, utilize the points because I never really believed that. I see them all the time in the online statements, but I didn't know that I could actually cash in on them and use them. And
Mhm.
so I just want to encourage everybody out there, check your points. If you do have credit cards, I know a lot of us are against that. But one of the reasons why I specifically wanted to bring that up is because our guest who's going to be on later, she has a similar program that is even more amazing for all those entrepreneurs out there who are looking for the next idea, for the next vehicle to jump on. And it's kind of similar to using points. Matter of fact, my girl, I need to tell y'all my girl crush. Um, I can't even say her name. I can see her face.
Lord. How you got
She's
a
on
crush and don't know her name?
I know her name. If I
That's
saw her right
because
now,
it's not a real crush.
listen, it is. I'm
Exactly. You
trying.
just talk,
I
you
got
just
it. It just
talking.
popped in my head. Listen,
Beyonce,
no, no, no.
Rihanna,
Tiffany Haddish.
Tiffany
Tiffany
Haddish.
Haddish.
Okay.
Oh,
When you
yes.
remember when she did the movie when they were down in New Orleans and she
Girls
told this
trip.
really girl strip. She told this really funny story about how she hooked up with Will and Jada Smith using Groupon, right? And I have tried. I used Groupon one time, and I
Hmm.
did a paint and sip kind of deal. It was okay, but
Oh,
I mean,
honey, Groupon is thebomb.com. You hear
is it
me?
really?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if what she gonna share with us is anything like that, I'm on top of it. Hello.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I
yes.
used to. I haven't used Groupon in a while, but I've had some pretty cool deals on Groupon. I even been to the firing range on Groupon.
Ah, me too.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
did you
yeah.
know that you can, if you have services that you want to offer, you can offer them on Groupon. So it's another
I
way
did
to
not
like,
know
yeah,
that.
offer your
Okay.
services, or if you've got discount stuff that you can discount, you can put it on Groupon too. Because I've done that before.
Okay,
Now
you
that I
just gave
didn't
me an
know.
idea. You did not. I did not know that. You just gave me an idea. Thank you,
That's
Vision.
that's why they that's
That's
why
why
they
they
put me
call
on
you the
revenue with it,
Vision.
girl. Yes, honey, I got that vision is clear. Hello.
Man, that is awesome. I didn't know that. So if you are listening in the Black CEO audience, Groupon has multi uses. And if you'd like to put your service, your product for the people that you've been called to serve on Groupon, have at it because Vision Avant said so. And as we kind of keep this thing rolling along, also, this is that time of year where holidays, right? So if you don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, I would suggest this is the time to have you one of those, because if you want to go to Thanksgiving dinner, you need somebody's mama that know how to cook. And if you want something underneath your tree, you need somebody to buy the gifts. So this is boo season, as some people call it, but I don't know about y'all. I know that I am excited about this Thanksgiving holiday because it gives me an opportunity to get with the people that I love, just to kind of share some stories. And more importantly, it gives me the opportunity to be one of my favorite jobs, to be the professional food taster. I don't know which one of you ladies are the cooks and which one of you are the food tasters, but y'all need to speak on it as we come close to this holiday season.
Well, let me just say this, Robert. I can't believe you're on here promoting cuffing season.
I know. That's what it's called.
So that's the very first thing, right? But let me tell you, I almost passed out literally the other day when I saw a post on Facebook promoting rent a Christian boyfriend for the holidays. Okay,
I
and
saw
they
that.
they had they had nerve to have packages. So if you get package one, you get a backstory. I actually read it. You get a backstory, and then you get minimum PDA included. Public display of affection
Oh
included,
my
and then if
goodness.
you go with the higher package, packages on this thing, and I'm just like
Yeah, levels.
they are taking this cuffing season thing to a whole new entire level.
Listen, but what's crazy, Taria, is the fact that there will be people, if they package it right, they'll invest. And so, I mean, yeah,
Look,
I don't know if I'm going to pay for
like I
no
said,
man, but it's,
I read the whole thing. I read the whole thing twice. I had to study the packages.
'cause I was like, is this a real thing? It reminds me of, remember that movie Kevin Hart did where he was like the wedding guy? You could pay
Yeah,
for him to come as your best man.
yeah.
They done saw that movie and turned it into a real business. Go ahead with it.
Wow. Well, I don't know what to say to follow that up, because I didn't want to say cuffing season on his family show, because somebody's baby gonna ask mom and daddy, what is cuffing season? And they gonna be all tongue tied trying to explain exactly what it means to be in cuffing season. Nonetheless, y'all still didn't answer the question: who's going to be the professional food taster and who's going to be the professional cook?
You saw how we would breeze right by that
Yeah,
right there. Yeah.
yeah,
Just a nice little breeze through. How you doing? I'm not cooking for nobody. I'm going to houses
Oh
this year.
no. Oh
Pulling
well,
up
let me
on
not say that. I can't say that because I'm here. I'm in the sunny Virgin Islands with my family, and that's one of the things that everyone is looking forward, to. So I came last week, and they just had a whole list of items, things that they want to have prepared, on the menu for tomorrow. So I'm telling you what, after this, you know where I'm heading? I'm heading to the store because the cooking actually starts tonight.
yeah. I'm so jealous. I know that Caribbean food gonna be so good.
And
Lord.
we having a little bit of everything. Let me just say that a little bit of everything is going to be on the plate.
Smell it now. I smell it now.
wow.
I'm really, really upset about this whole situation.
Well,
So
I
Okay.
guess I'm in the
maybe
wrong zip code.
if we do this right, then sooner rather than later, everyone will be here with me. If we do this right, I'm
Yes.
working on the plan. I'm telling you guys, I'm working on the plan. So if we do this right, everyone will be here with me. And I'm just gonna let you know. I did not know anything about that season, Robert, until last year because here in the islands it is hot all year round, so there's no need for that type of season.
Say we don't
So
need
what you
none of we
got?
hot by our own
Yeah,
self.
so what you got? You stick with it all year round, okay?
Okay, for those listeners out there in the Black CEO Morning Show, by the time you get to see this, just know that your boy is in between two ladies. And I don't have anything else to add to this particular conversation for fear that I may incriminate myself. But I just want to let you know that this is the season to be thankful. Real talk, y'all. If you have somebody in your life, you should tell them, I appreciate you. If you have somebody in your life, you should tell them that you are thankful that they are in your life. And more importantly, just make sure that you connect with them and cherish the moments that you do have because tomorrow is not promised to anybody. So while I am on this live broadcast with all of our listeners in the Black CEO audience, I want to tell you, Vision, I love you and I appreciate you. I also
Oh,
want to tell you, sexy, savvy, social media minute, Taria Hodge, I love you and I appreciate you. And I am so thankful that you ladies are a part of the show because y'all know I got a face made for radio and y'all make me look good on this particular day here. And also want to give a shout out to Candace Woodruff and Belton Shaw. They are part of the Black CEO Morning Show family. They're out doing their things, being great on today, but we're going to hold it down and keep this thing going, y'all. Is that all right?
yeah.
Yeah. So listen, as you all know, I am the bus driver, so I'm going to pull this thing on out of the parking lot and just let you all know that we do have announcements on every single show that we have. And today, Belton is not going to allow me to do it by myself. So he left me some notes. He told me, this is what I want you to specifically talk about. This is what I want you to say. So come one, come all entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and influencers seeking to take their business into overdrive in the 2020 year. We want you to join us for the Close Conference. It is happening in ATL on December the 5th through the 7th. If you don't have your ticket, it's all right. You can show up in person or virtually. We want everybody in the Black CEO family to support my main man, Shay Brown, one of the founders of the Black CEO movement, because he is hosting an amazing event to help you show your big idea and your big brand or your big brand event. I'm sorry. We want to allow you to be able to put that out there for the masses to see. We want you to close like a champion. More importantly, we want to make sure that you connect with other champions so that they can help hashtag 11 and build your brand, build your business. But you will only be able to do that if you are in attendance in person or watching virtually the Close Conference. Y'all write that down in your books, December 5th through the 7th, 2019, in the ATL. And here's what's so special about it, Taria Hodge. I know somebody who is going to rock the stage and hashtag show you how to secure the bag. Vision Avant, why don't you speak to the people and tell them about what you're going to be doing and why it is important for them to be at the Close Conference?
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Robert. Now, let me just correct you. It's not secure, it's get the bag. Okay. You got to say hashtag get the bag. You know, I'm very specific on my hashtags now. So if y'all put that out there, I already know I'm going to hear it. But you know what? I'm pumped up because he's got some of the best speakers. And it's really for that entrepreneur that's ready to really set that 2020 on the right path. If you need a part of this puzzle, you need a piece of this pie, you want to put a corner of this cake and put it all together into a masterpiece, guys. So if you're looking to be a better speaker, a better coach, if you're looking to really expand your business, guys, if you want to know how to sit down and talk to someone and get that sale, okay? But of course, I'm going to be talking about being an author, okay? And I believe that every entrepreneur should write a book to grow their business. I have been helping entrepreneurs for more than 5 years now, guys, and we've been able to really turn those books into multiple streams of income. So you're gonna just learn a whole lot at the Close Conference. And if you know, like I know, I was always told, never miss an event that you qualify for. And right now, all you got to do to come and qualify for this event is show up. So show up and show up and show up.
Well, you heard it here first. Vision Avant said so, Taria. I'm feeling so froggy. I think I may just leap on down there to Atlanta and be in the Close Conference myself. I am always amazed at what Shay is doing, what Trevor is doing, what actually everybody is doing on the show. We have some amazing talent, and whenever I can have my face in the place, I certainly will support that. And I definitely want to learn how to get the bag instead of
Get the
secure the
bag. Get the
bag.
bag.
Get the bag.
See, that's the
Hashtag
problem.
get the
I've been
bag.
securing the bag in 2019, but in 2020, y'all better know I'm gonna get the bag. You heard me?
You get the bag and then you secure the bag. So you get
There
it
you
and
No,
go.
you
no, I
secure
already
it.
You gotta
secured the
get
bag.
it
That ain't working out. I need to get that bag.
But I had
Yes,
the
indeed.
opportunity. I had the opportunity to see Shay speak just before I left to come down to the Virgin Islands, and he did such an amazing presentation that really touched me. And he talked about the different selling styles that people have and why it's important for you to understand which selling style is your selling style. And
Right.
Robert, he hit me right on the nail, right on the head with me, is the heart to heart connection. And I'm not going to leak anything. I'm not going to put anything out there because you have to be at the closed conference to get it. But just listening to him go through the different signature selling styles, is definitely a game changer, because a lot of times we operate and we try to do things that everyone else is doing, but we really don't know, which thing is for us or which thing that would allow us to shine. So I can't wait. I won't be there in person, but definitely I'm going to be there virtually.
Ooh, wait. I love it when the plans comes together and we are
Yes.
all a part of the Black CEO family. And I'm so good. I'm gonna have all my cousins and my sister friends, all the fellas. Please make sure that you have your face in a place to represent, because the ladies are doing it real big. And as we keep this thing going on, y'all, we're gonna go to my girl Vision Avant as she brings us the revenue minute to show us how to get that bag.
Hey, what's going on, CEOs? This is Taria Vision Avant with your Revenue Minute. We're going to show you how to do what? Hashtag get the bag. Okay. Now, on this particular training, y'all, I want to talk to you guys about multiple streams of income. MSOI. We need to have multiple streams of income because, baby, we got multiple bills. Y'all hear me? You hear what I'm saying? But this is the biggest challenge that I get a lot of times from my wonderful CEOs, is that we're trying to do too much. Okay. Let me explain to you what I mean. For example, we say, okay, look, I'm gonna build these multiple streams of income. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do hair, and then I'm also going to clean houses, and then I'm also going to do massages. Well, the challenge with doing all three of those different things, well, yes, they can provide you multiple streams, is that they all require you. They all require your time. Okay. And the biggest thing you're gonna have is you don't have enough time, right? I mean, the challenge with time is that one thing about that is that no matter how good we are, no matter how great we are, no matter how close to God we are, he doesn't give us more time. We all have 24 hours in a day. And so you don't want to create an opportunity for yourself where everything that you're doing requires you. Now, this is one thing I want you to understand. Let's just say, for example, okay, you're going to do massages. Well, you can actually take your massage business and turn that into multiple streams of income. Okay. Number one, of course, I believe everybody should write a book. So you can write a book about maybe the results that people are looking for when they're getting massages. They want to be happy. Then you could also sell some aromatherapies, right? With your massage business. You could even create a t-shirt line that says, I'm tranquil, or I'm at peace, peace be still. That is me. You create a t-shirt line. So now you're doing massages. You have aromatherapy. You have your book, of course. You also have your t-shirts, and you can do other things. You can sell meditation music. And so what I want you guys to start doing is think about the thing that you love to do the most and figure out how can you turn that particular business into multiple streams. Because what we don't have time, honey, is we don't have time to try to take away more time. You want to figure out how can you do something and have to do it one time, and that can put multiple streams of income into your pocket. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Revenue Minute. Let's get back to the show. Deuces.
Woo! Wait, good gracious, Vision Avant, girl. You need to be in Hollywood somewhere with your hand movements and your gestures. I mean, you make me want to get the bag right now. Yeah, if I got to rob a bank, I'm going to get it.
You know what? I cannot with you. But thank you, darling. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All respect due. And as we keep this party bus rolling along, I want to get my man Silky Smooth to teach everybody in Black CEO family how to double their sales in this minute.
Hey, it's Felton Shaw with your Double Your Sales Minute. Today's Double Your Sales Minute is going to talk about a two-letter word. That two-letter word is no. A word that as salespeople we don't like to use, but a word that we hear from our customers periodically. Let's start with the customer. On this first side, if the customer says no, it doesn't mean it's definite. A lot of times what no means is you've got some more selling to do. You haven't proven that your product is something that a customer needs, wants, or has a real good, firm use for. So you've got the opportunity to ask some more questions, some more probing questions, and to find out what is it about this product or what is it about your service that the customer does not find that is attractive enough for them to say yes. So that's part number one. Part number two is a customer may ask us for something that's outside of the boundaries of what we're willing to do. My suggestion to you is never tell a customer no. Instead of saying no, offer the customer an alternative that's bent or turned more in your favor that the customer may say no to. Always offer another option. Don't use that two-letter word no. It's like a bad word for salespeople. Customers don't like to be turned off. We want to keep them in a positive mindset, moving forward to do things that we want them to do. So instead of using the word no, substitute an alternative. But don't be afraid of the word no. It's an opportunity to explore, to sell more, and to close the sale. That's your W Sales Minute. I'm Belton Showell. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Silky Smooth, for telling us all how to make sure that we double our sales minute. It's always a pleasure to be able to have you share with the family, because there are so many people with products out here. They've got all types of services, but they don't know how to close the business. Like my man, shout out to Shay Brown, but also Belton. We love the fact that you're able to help us to close more business. And as we move this party bus along on the road this morning, y'all, I want to get the thought of my home girl, Vision Yvonne. What's on your mind, girl?
Well, as we're going into this new year of 2020, one of the things that many people are doing is we're planning for our success, right? But I want everybody to remember that success does not come to the wisher. It only comes to the doer. A lot of times we try to cross our T's and dot our I's and make sure that everything is perfect. But I guarantee you this, guys, until you start taking action, you will not have success. I'd rather do it not be all the way perfect versus continuing to just keep wishing and planning. Instead of that, guys, you need to take action. So success, again, guys, it does not come to the wisher. It only comes when you go out here and do. So let's get to the work and get that bag. Okay. Back to you, Robert.
Ooh, wait. Well, you know what, Vision of all, I didn't know you was just gonna bust me all the way out on this phone. Because I'm a planner. I'm a thinker. I got a new creative thought every other day, but ain't nothing happened just yet. But I'm going to make that thing happen in 2020. And I mean that for real. And I am going to hashtag get that bag. So get used to seeing this face that was made for radio because Vision Avant said so. You heard that, Taria Hodge. You got the right to hold me accountable. But listen, I've got a thought this morning, y'all. I just want to share with everybody out there. I just want to confess to you that life is short. So I want you to make sure, if you're out there in the world, make sure that you spend that time with the people that make you laugh and feel loved. I want to say that again. Life is short. So you want to make sure that you spend your time, right? You can always get more money. You can always get more stuff, but you can never get more time. So if you're going to spend time with the people that you love and make you feel loved, and they also can make you laugh. That's my thought of the day, and I'm sticking to it. Also, I want to make sure that everybody knows that I'm not the only one with something on my mind. My girlfriend way down in the island, she have something to say. What's on your mind, Savvy social media?
Oh man, Robert, I just love your thought of the day. So let me just go ahead and say that first of all. So I got the exact thing for you. I'm just going to let you know that your 2020 actually starts today. So here's my thought of the day. It is your job to architect your peer group or community that can take you to the next level in your life. So Robert, you are in the right place. Surround yourself with the people who put push you, the people who challenge you, the people who make you laugh, the people who make you better, and the people who make you happy. So it is your responsibility to build your community. And I'm just going to say, Robert, your community is right here. And that's my thought of the day.
Ooh-wee. Y'all, I'm here to tell y'all, I feel like this is Charlie's angel. And guess who is Charlie? My goodness, my goodness. Thank you so much for sharing your thought of the day. And I just want to make sure that we have one more minute coming through. And my producer is telling me what it is, but I can't quite hear what she said. But I want to make sure that I bring my girl in who's not here, Candace Woodruff. She's going to tell you how to grow your revenue. So, Candace, what you got on your mind?
Hey Black CEOs, Candace here, your revenue growth strategist, showing you how to grow your revenue without using your labor. And this is your Black CEO Wealth Minute. I wanted to share with you real quickly 3 things you have to do in order to build wealth. So I know that when I share these tips, I often share different areas about taxes, about insurance, about so many different things. But the most important thing to understand is that all of these things together show you how to build wealth. That's very important. So with this in mind, what are the 3 things you have to do in order to build wealth? It doesn't matter how much money you're making, what area you're in, no matter where you're from, it doesn't matter. You have to do these 3 things to build wealth. The first thing is lower your taxes. Your taxes are the number 1 expense in your life. Not your home, not your car, not your kids, I know, but the taxes are the number 1 expense. It doesn't feel like it all the time because it kind of creeps up on you. It's in your life on everything, and it seems so normal that you don't know that you can control your federal and state tax. And if you don't control those taxes in your life, it'll eat you up and steal your wealth, okay? So that's the first thing you have to do, is lower your taxes. And I'll be giving you tips on how to do that. The second thing you have to do is to pay your debt off. If you're servicing debt and you're paying more for the things that you're paying for, and what I like to call it is penalties, is interest, right? Penalties that you pay to own something in advance that you cannot afford. I'll say that again. Interest is the penalty you pay to own something in advance that you cannot afford. If you're servicing debt, you're paying interest on things that really you shouldn't even pay that much for. So you have to pay off the debt so that you can put more of that money back into your pocket. And when you pay off debt, you give yourself an instant raise in your actual household. The third thing you have to do is to make sure that you're investing. You have to invest. You have to put your money into things that will make you more money. Not always buying things that look good or that we think looks cool. No, we need to make sure that we're purchasing things that make our money grow so that our assets are growing and that our revenue is growing without using our labor. Very, very important. So those are your 3 things you have to do in order to build wealth. Number 1, lower your taxes. Number 2, pay your debt off. And number 3, make sure you're investing so that your money can work for you, because real wealth is when your money is making more than you are. I'll say that again. Real wealth is when your money is making more than you. You actually know that's when you're wealthy. So thank you so much. This is Candace, your revenue growth strategist, showing you how to grow your revenue without using your labor. And this is your Black CEO Wealth Minute.
Thank you so much, Candace, for teaching us how to be wealthy, healthy, and wise. Right now, y'all, I feel a shout out coming on this Buy Black Friday Eve. Why don't y'all make sure y'all put in the feed Buy Black, hashtag Buy Black. Make sure that you support local business. Make sure that you build, and you make sure you refer somebody to Buy Black as we go into this holiday weekend season. But before we get to that, I want to make sure that we shout somebody out. I want to find out from the crew who you want to big up, who you want to put on blast, who you want to shout out because of something good, because of the greatness that they're doing or whatever it is that they're spreading out in the community. So Vision and Bond, who you shouting out this morning?
Well, I've got to shout out because it is the holiday season, and this is all about family and friends. I want to shout out my mama. Now, God blessed me with 2 mothers, but this woman has been a part of my life since I was 11 years old. So I got to shout her out, Veronica Terry, out there in North Carolina. I'm trying to work on some arrangements so we can get her out here to Houston, Texas to live. But I love you, and I can't wait to see you very soon.
Ooh, ain't nothing like a mama's love. You know, I got to agree with you, and so I'm gonna double your shout out for her. But Taria Hodge, I need to know who you're shouting out from where down there in the island.
Man, Robert, I am shouting you out because I just heard you said a word, say you are gearing up for your 2020. And I just want to let the world know that you have started. I see you online, brother. I see you doing your stuff out there with your GQ images. And not only do your images look good, but your messages are on point. And what I love about what you're doing is that you're not selfish about it. You always take a minute to shout someone else's business out. So kudos to you, Robert, for that. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more from you in 2020.
All right, all right, all right. I need y'all to know that I love to give compliments, but I'm not that good at taking them. But right now, I'd like to shout out my brother, Shay Brown. We talked about him earlier on our announcements. Make sure that you connect with the brother. Check out the Happy Entrepreneur Show. It is the #1 rated business show in the land. But for all you kids that can't stay up past 10, you might not be able to see him. But for those of you who are night owls, for those of you who are entrepreneurs looking to continue to build and your grind still goes on past 10 p.m., check out my main man, Shay Brown, on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. That is my shout out for the day, y'all. And we got to go to commercial break and get some bills paid. We'll be back right after this.
Not wrong if you think having an online TV show will help you increase your company's influence and income online for business. But having an online TV show or starting an online TV show can be a lot of work if you don't understand the technology behind how to produce something that looks professional and visually compelling and may take time you don't have as a busy business professional. We understand this, and this is why Remote Producer Live will now produce your online TV show for you remotely and from anywhere. What does this mean? It means that you now have the power of live video background,
and
graphics,
I'm speaking for about
thirds,
20
transitions, even commercials to help enhance the quality of your online TV show. Your whole job is to get in front of the camera and be an amazing host while you partner with your remote producer to produce high quality, visually compelling content that attracts more of the kind of people you want to serve with your business and help turn them from video viewers into paying customers. I can't wait for you to get started with this process. It's one of the most exciting resources for business owners everywhere is Remote Producer Live. In the link in the description, there's a link. Make sure that you hit that link to learn more about how you can get started with Remote Producer Live. I'll see you on the other side. Bye.
Whoop, whoop, kaboom. Guess who's back in the room? It is the morning show crew, and it is that part of the morning where we get to chop it up and talk to some of the most amazing people in all of the world. You know, I came across an article and I saw something about a talented young lady who is a Chicago native, and she has moved down to the Bible Belt in Nashville, right? But she is qualified to be our guest today. She hails from St. Xavier University. She's got an MBA. But what I like about her most is that she has started something called the Black Business Boom. Check this out, y'all. It is a mobile marketing platform to help drive revenue to small Black-owned business. And more than that, she's involved with several projects helping to craft the entrepreneurial landscape for Black businesses, specifically in Nashville, Tennessee. So do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, get your pens and paper out, start your roll, your cameras, and get ready for this amazing, beautiful, talented young lady who is hailing from Nashville, Tennessee. My friends, come on, get ready for Danielle McGee. Are you there, Danielle?
I am here, Robert. That was an amazing introduction. Thank you.
Well, sister, it is because of an amazing young lady and an amazing entrepreneur that you are. But, you know, I can talk all day, but they didn't come to hear me. I want them to hear and experience everything that is you Miss Danielle McGee.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again for the introduction and for having me on the show. I'm super excited to be here. I'm going to just take a little bit of time to tell you about Black Business Boom, but then also I want to talk to you about some of the strategies that I use to grow Black Business Boom to be what it is today, because I know those strategies can help other Black business owners. So again, as you said, Black Business Boom, it is a mobile marketing platform for Black owned businesses. We have a web-based app that you can find at blackbusinessboom.com. And then also our app Boomin is in beta test right now. So we launched the app back in October and we're going to be relaunching. We were hoping for this Friday, Black Friday, but we're waiting on Apple to approve it in the App Store. So I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but the relaunch is going to be happening soon. And with the relaunch, there is a lot more functionality. So you guys talked about Groupon a little earlier in the show. And so when I had the idea for Black Business Boom, it was to make a Black business Groupon. I felt like our businesses needed to be promoted and get maximum exposure at an affordable price. And so that's why I created the platform for us, by us. And so we offer coupons for Black owned businesses. On our website, we have coupons in about 20 different markets, and we're expanding very, very quickly. The app we launched here in Nashville, and again, we're going to be expanding very quickly to other markets. And so if you're interested, I know you guys were like talking about getting your business on Groupon, but you can get your business on Black Business Boom. So all those Black CEOs listening in, go to blackbusinessboom.com, click on the business owner tab or the Boomin app beta test tab, and it'll give you all the information you need to get your business on the app. And so the difference is it's completely free for consumers. So when you go to Groupon, you have to pay for coupons up front. So this is really more in line with like Retail Me Not. And I use Retail Me Not a lot more than I use Groupon. Every time I'm out shopping, I'm like, let me check Retail Me Not and see if they have a coupon while I'm at Bath and Body Works. So you can do the same thing with our app Boomin or on our website, Black Business Boom. And the business owners pay a flat subscription fee to be featured on the app. It's starting at $5 a month. So again, very affordable way for you to get your business out there to consumers that want to support Black owned business. So that's the great thing about it. The people who are coming to us, they came looking for Black owned businesses. So it's not like you have to convince anybody to do business with your Black business. And as I was saying, with the new app, there are going to be a lot more functionality, which will include being able to rate Black owned businesses, right? So implementing some of those features of Yelp to give the consumer the opportunity to really bridge that gap between them and the business owners. So I hear a lot of information floating around about the customer service at Black owned businesses and other things that folks don't like at Black owned businesses, but folks aren't getting that information back to the folks that can do something about it, right? So we need to get that information back to the business owners. And that's one of the gaps that I'm bridging with the app. So again, you'll be able to go in, you'll be able to rate and review Black owned businesses, and that feedback goes directly back to that business owner, and it's actionable for them to do something with it versus you going over to your social media and posting about an experience and the business owner never seeing it or being able to do anything to improve or grow their business. So I'm really excited about that feature and to be bringing this new and improved app to all of our followers. And so again, if you have any questions about the app, feel free to check out blackbusinessboom.com or reach out to me directly at info@blackbusinessboom.com. And so let's talk about how I've been able to use social media to get a great following for Black Business Boom pretty quickly. So our Instagram following, I grew to about 30,000 followers in about 9 months. And then I have a Facebook group here in Nashville called Black People Making Moves that has about 11,000 people in it as well, who are all Black business supporters, and a lot of Black entrepreneurs in that group as well. So I really want to help businesses to be able to increase their following and turn that following into sales, because the following doesn't mean anything if you're not making money off of it, right? And so a lot of folks spend a lot of time and a lot of effort on increasing their social media followers and their presence and their likes, but those invoices aren't increasing. So I really want to help Black business owners to get digital strategies in place using our platform, of course, but then other means to really grow your social media following and grow your sales organically. So I'm just going to jump into a few tips that I have. And so we're going to talk just a little bit about lead generation, where to get a lead, how to get a lead, and what to do with a lead once you get it. And so one of the facts that I've learned along the way is that content marketing strategy will cost you about 62% less than traditional marketing strategy, right? So being able to put out content that draws folks into you to get them to your website to spend some money, that's going to cost you 62% less than you putting out ads to people, right? So that's where we want to be, right? A lot of us, which was another reason for Black Business Boom, a lot of us just don't have the money to have a marketing budget, right? We just don't have the cash on hand. We don't have someone investing thousands of dollars into our business. We are solopreneurs and we are taking a little bit of our check to get our business going, right? So those are the folks that I really want to help with this information. So let's just start off talking about where to get a lead. So, of course, I talked a lot about social media, and that's a great way to generate leads. But again, generating a lead from social media doesn't mean anything if you can't get them off of social media and get them to spend some money. Another way to really to generate leads would be search engines. So using search engine optimization and search engine marketing to bring folks to you to spend money. And then your website is a very, very important part of that. And I'm just going to throw this plug out there since we were doing shout outs earlier. I have been testing out a platform, a Black-owned website builder, y'all. So I'm super excited about that, like really excited about it, because I've used GoDaddy, I've used Wix, I've used Squarespace, and I'm telling you, this Black-owned website builder that I'm testing out right now is the best that I've used. So I am super excited. I just want to throw that out there because it's so important that you have a great website, and they make it so easy to have that. So I just wanted to throw that plug out there, and I'll be sure to post about that on my Instagram. So make sure you're following at Black Business Boom on Instagram to get that information. So again, your social media, it's all about increasing your brand awareness, growing an audience, connecting with your audience, and then increasing your website, generating leads, and generating sales, right? So that's the whole reason for having these business pages that we have. So a few tips. Choose the right platform. Instagram may not be best for your business. Facebook may not be best for your business. If you have a younger audience, they may be on TikTok, they may be on Snapchat. You want to make sure you're picking the right platform for your following. And also, video content is huge. 80% of the world's internet traffic will be video in the coming years. So you want to make sure that you're pushing out video content constantly. If you've noticed, there's been a huge trend towards IGTV in the last 6 to 8 months, and they're going up head to head with YouTube. So you want to make sure that you're using that platform. If you're putting out videos on YouTube, they also need to be on IGTV. Engagement is key. So this is the key thing that I tell people across social media, period, no matter what platform it is. You have to be engaged with your audience. You have to be responding to their comments, commenting on their posts, commenting on your competitors' posts, replying to comments on your competitors' posts, responding to DMs. All these things are so important to getting your content seen by more people. So make sure that engagement is there. And there are some great ways to do that. And then you also want to make sure that you keep your salesy tactics to a minimum. So everybody's tired of being sold to right now. We're tired of scrolling through and everything we see is an ad, right? So you want to engage with your audience and find ways to get them engaged with you and your brand without it being a sales post all the time. And again, I'm here to help with this information. So feel free to reach out if you have questions. Every business should have a Facebook business page. So I'm going to move into Facebook a little bit. It should be complete and it should be customized. All the information on how to find your business should be on your Facebook business page. There are so many consumers on Facebook. And even if you're not looking to pull consumers from Facebook, folks will go to Facebook to look for your business to ensure that you are a real business. So you definitely want to make sure that you have a Facebook page that is complete and it's customized. And when I say customized, there are a lot of customizable features on Facebook business pages, including being able to change which tab is shown first. If you're putting out a lot of video content, then you want your video tab to be the first tab that people see when they go to that page. It's very important that you make things as easy as you possibly can for the folks that are looking to do business with you. And then I have tons of other tips about Facebook business pages that, again, I'll be putting out on my Instagram. So make sure you're following Black Business Boom on Instagram. Next, I'm going to talk about Facebook groups because I have been to a lot of conferences and a lot of informational sessions about growing your social media following. And I swear everyone I go to tells you start a Facebook group. And it can be a great way to get your brand out there and really create a community. But everybody doesn't need a Facebook group. So you really need to figure out do you need to create a community for what it is that you do? If you do, again, engagement is key. I've been able to grow my Facebook page by 10,000 people in the last year by simply engaging in the content, right? So anything that's posted in my group, just about anything, I comment on it. And sometimes it's totally irrelevant. And I'm sure people are like, why is this girl even commenting here? But it's because the more I comment, the more their comments as soon as that post is made, the more people will see it. So make sure that if you are engaging in Facebook groups, that you're commenting and your engagement is up. And then if you're not going to start your own group, choose groups that really make sense for your business. So I see folks that are jumping in every Facebook group and spamming these groups, for lack of a better word, with information about their business, when really you want to find a few key groups that have your target audience, and you want to be engaged in that group. You want to be the person that everybody's like, oh, she's always posting this group with good information, right? And then Facebook will start to show your posts to more people. So again, across the board, engagement is key. Instagram, a few Instagram tips. Hashtags are your best friend. Do your research on your hashtags. If you find someone who's a competitor and they have great hashtags, copy their hashtags, right? But then you also want to switch those hashtags up frequently, test out, see what's happening, and what people are engaging with the most. Use your Instagram insights to do that. And there's several other platforms that can help you with that as well. Contests are a great way to increase your Instagram following. Your content needs to be on point. And again, do some testing, do some A/B testing. I'm going to post in black, then I'm going to post in white and see which one people respond to more. Use your Instagram stories. And if you do, make sure you're using the tools that are there. Add music to them, add polls to them, do things to really engage and get folks engaged in what you're posting in your stories. And then another great thing that I do is I use open-ended captions. So I ask questions a lot of times. So I'll ask, who's supporting Black-owned businesses this Friday? Raise your hand. And then everybody's commenting and raising their hands. And what that is doing is getting that engagement up so that post is shown to more people, and then in turn I'm getting more followers there. So just a few tips I wanted to throw out there about social media. Now I'm going to talk about quickly about search engine optimization. Get someone to optimize your website. A lot of the platforms already have SEO back on the backside of the site. You can go and make sure your keywords are there. You want to make sure you have all the pertinent keywords showing so that when someone goes to Google, they find you. So when someone goes to Google Black owned restaurant, Black owned whatever, I want Black Business Boom to come up because I want someone to come to my site to get a coupon for a Black owned restaurant, right? So make sure that you're researching your keywords. And a great way to do that is through Google AdWords. So that's a great platform to search and see what keywords you should be using on your website. And search engine optimization is completely free. It's a great way to get folks to your website completely free. And again, that content that you're putting out is a great way to do this. So when you're putting out blogs, making sure that your blog has all these keywords in it, so that when someone searches, and it may be, let's say you own a clothing company and you sell the best jeans for Black women to have a small waist and a big butt, you want to be putting out content that's talking about the best jeans for your size, or the best jeans for someone who has a small waist and a big butt, because somebody out there is going to Google the best jeans for a small waist and a big butt, right? And you want your website to come up with them to go to your blog and then for them to start shopping on your site. So keep that content in mind and make sure that content is optimized. And make sure you're writing blogs because it's a really great way to get folks to your website. And the last thing I really wanted to touch on is the best marketing doesn't feel like marketing. Again, no one wants to feel like they're being sold to all the time. About 80% of people will not click on a Google ad, right? Those are the ones that say ad next to them when you go to Google. About 80% of people won't click on those, but they're going to click on those first, those businesses and those pages that come up on that first page of Google. So you want to make sure you're on that first page of Google, but without having to pay for it, right? And then another great thing, so another way to get those leads off of social media is lead magnets. And so lead magnets are like my favorite things. And I'm going to give you a few examples. So the ebook, the ultimate guide, the checklist, the workbook, these are all things that you can give out to get folks engaged with your brand. And all you're doing there is asking them to give you their information, right? So to get this free ebook, go click here and I'm going to give you all this great information for free. But what you're doing is in turn collecting their data so that you can get back in touch with them and tell them about what you may be able to offer them that they need to pay for now, right? So use lead magnets and set up a landing page. And your landing page, again, you want to keep it very simple and very focused. So if you're going to set up a free ebook, and I'm sorry, I've had an awful allergy attack this morning, so I'm struggling a little bit. But you want to have very focused information on your landing page. Your landing page is, if you're giving away the ebook, all your landing page needs to be is on that ebook with a call to action to sign up now, to buy now, to do something. So make sure you always have those call to actions on your website and on your landing page. But again, your landing page, and I'm sure we've all seen them, they're very, very simple. It's different than your actual website. The goal of a landing page is solely to convert someone from a lead to a sale, right? And to get their information. So again, make sure that you're setting up a very focused landing page. And it's a great way to get folks off of social media and over to check out more about your brand. And then the last thing is what to do once you get the lead. So once you get these folks, or you get them to your landing page, or you get their email address, what do you do with it? You thank them for it, right? So you immediately need to get an email out to them. And there are wonderful ways to automate that. I use MailChimp currently. And so MailChimp has it where anytime someone is added to a list, you can automatically send them an email. Um, thank you. So you can automatically send them an email. So make sure that you're setting up that automation so that as soon as someone is going to your website and they're signing up and they're giving you their email address, they're getting a email immediately telling them thank you and then telling them what to look out for. So to let them know, hey, you're going to get some more marketing tips from me. I'm going to send you some specials throughout the week, or I'm going to send you our newsletter. And then also nurturing that lead by staying in touch with them consistently. And so we may not have known what it was called, but we've all probably gotten caught up in a drip campaign. So you go and you grab something, this free ebook, and then all of a sudden for the next week, you're getting emails every day from this company. That's a drip campaign. And so you want to do a drip campaign and be in touch with your audience as frequently as possible. And so there are easy ways to do that. Again, I use MailChimp to automate those. And there are also sites. I use Drip Scripts as a great website that'll give you the scripts that you need for those drip campaigns, because it's hard to come up with content to put in 10 different emails, right? So again, this is just some of the information I want to put out there because it's so important to me that I help Black business owners to really catch up with this digital marketing and automation game, right? It's so important to our businesses that we are capturing leads and nurturing leads and turning them into paying clientele. So if you're interested in learning more about how I can help you with that, again, blackbusinessboom.com, click on the business owners tab and go ahead and get involved with the movement for Black Business Boom. And go ahead and download our app, Boomin'. And again, the updated and new and improved app is launching very soon. And we would love to have some of the Black CEOs to display their coupons on our app. So once again, thank you so much for having me, Robert. I really appreciate being able to get this information out to the Black CEO audience.
Wow, thank you so very much, Danielle. I know you almost forgot my name. Just remember light
No, I
skin,
didn't.
and I will answer to it. Don't you worry about
No,
a thing.
it was a lot of info. I was trying to get all that information out in a little bit of time. So
Well, listen, before we let you go, I know my sister girlfriends, they listened to what you were saying. Everybody was so engaged with what you had to share. More importantly, the fact that you want to make sure that you put Black businesses on blast, right?
Yes.
Forget about the negative reviews, forget about all the other things that are happening out there. You are singularly focused on making sure that you shout out somebody's business, somebody's brand. And more importantly, you're about putting out the information. Some of us don't want to put out the information. We think that if we share the information, it's going to cut us out of the marketplace. But you are very, very upfront and very, very frank about the fact that you want to just dispel those myths because there is enough out here for everybody. But again, I don't want to talk too long because I've got both the Tarias who are raring to ask you a question. So if you can stick around for a few minutes longer, I will let Miss Hodge get on the MIC and do her thing.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow, Danielle. First of all, I just want to thank you for just coming on here and sharing a plethora and a wealth of information. Thank you for having the vision, to lift Black businesses up to another level. And I'm just sitting on here smiling because as a social media strategist, one of the things that I talk about all the time is content and having a content plan. And I heard you list a lot of stuff. Okay, so you talked about SEOs, you talked about blogs, you talked about videos, you talked about content for your lead magnet, then you went into the emails, right? Yeah. And so my question for you, one of the things that I talk about is inspirational social media. So it's like, I know how hard it is, to be consistent in having a content plan. So can you share some tips or some strategies with our listening audience today on how they could remain consistent? First, become become consistent, and then remain consistent when it comes to producing and developing content for their business?
Absolutely. So I talked a lot about video, and I'm telling you, I carry my tripod everywhere I go, right? So a lot of us aren't really the type to sit in front of the computer and go live all the time or record ourselves speaking. So take your video. Of course, we have video cameras on our phones. So get your little tripod. Take it with you everywhere you go. Every conversation you're having can turn into content for your website. Go out and interview someone. Because a lot of times we don't just want to sit in front of the computer and give all this information out. It's much more comfortable when you're doing an interview with someone. So that's a great way to get video content. Also, share and repurpose content, right? So repurposing content is fantastic, and I do it all the time. So even if I get like a 30-minute video, I'm going to chop that video up, right? And I'm going to make this 10 different posts and I'm going to share it on all the different platforms at different times so that I have a bunch of content from one video. And then also Instagram specifically is a great place where you can repost, right? So repost folks that have similar pages to yours. So I follow like the Black Wealth Renaissance and Buy the Block, and I share a lot of their stuff, right? So their audience is similar to my audience. So I form relationships with these people by doing that as well. You get your internet friends by sharing their stuff. So it doesn't have to solely be on you to come up with all this stuff all the time, but there are so many opportunities out here, and you just have to keep on your mind all the time that I need content, and I'm going to take every opportunity I can to get it.
Wow.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing.
No problem.
Well, listen, Danny, I want to tell you something. I know the one person out of our group who is raring to just hook up with you because you guys sound the same, or do some of the same stuff. But one of the cool things about Vision is that she does not mind sharing the stage and building and helping you to build your brand. So, Vision, I know you got something to ask Danny.
Absolutely, Danny. So first things first, when I saw that your name had popped up that you're going to be one of our guests, I know another young lady named Danny McGee. So I told Robert, I was like, oh, I know Danny. And then when you popped up today, I was like, Danny. Her name is Danielle McGee, but she's what she does is she teaches people about being healthy, so eating right. So I said, organic. Oh no, she's talking about some coins over here. Hello. I have already joined your website, so I'm just listen, I went and joined the website, and then I'm gonna figure out what I need to do to become a member and all that stuff. I'm excited. One of the things you did mention though, Danny, is you talked about having that CRM email system, right? And then offering people that ebook in exchange for them joining it. One of the biggest challenges that I see today, especially with our entrepreneurs today, their biggest goal is to try to get followers and likes. And I'm always sharing with them that if that is your only goal, you could be out of business, because when Instagram shut down, honey, what you gonna do? Because in 2019. So talk to us a little bit more about the importance of people understanding building those databases.
So I am all about data. It is so important. Although Instagram may not go away or Facebook may not go away, they are a lot of times limiting your ability to reach the people that you really want to sell to, because they're really only showing your post to like 7% of the people who follow you. So even if I have 30,000 followers, only 7% of those folks are organically seeing the content that I'm putting out, versus being able to get them via email or via Messenger, which is my new favorite thing, is the Facebook Messenger bots, which has a huge conversion rate. So just a tidbit about Facebook conversion or the Facebook Messenger bots. They're a great way to collect data, get folks into your CRM, because you can integrate that. But then a conversion rate when you blast something out on a Facebook Messenger bot is usually 80 to 90%. So even email, which is great, that's at least usually a 20% open rate. But then the Messenger bots are like 80% open rate. But either way, however you get them, wherever you get them, just get them, right? Because social media, you
Yeah.
cannot depend on social media, but everybody has these phones, right? So my phone has been right here next to me the whole time. And so if someone's texting me, they're shooting me an email, they're shooting me a message on Facebook Messenger, I'm going to look at that. I'm going to see that. I'm not always scrolling through Instagram. So a lot of times you're just missing folks by not collecting that data. And another great thing about getting the data is you can kind of stratify and you can really say, is this person male or female? Where do they live? How old are they? Then you can do even more targeted marketing to them to send them stuff that really is relevant to them and their business and their life. And then that personalization is great as well when you're able to say, hey, Robert, I want to help you with the Black CEO, so you really can throw in those names, throw in their business name and personalize it. Then they feel like you're really talking directly to them.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. One more question. What do you use for the Facebook Messenger? Are you using like ManyChat or
I
are
use
you using
ManyChat. Yeah. And so actually that's one of the new services that we're rolling out for Black Business Boom for next year to create Facebook Messenger bots for Black owned businesses. They have been huge for me. So I really want to help folks with building their strategy around using Facebook Messenger and these other platforms to really get folks again in their CRM, being able to get in contact with them directly.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. We can talk all day long, but I
I
ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do
know.
it. You see, I'm over here like I'm a little nerd right here, over here, super excited about what you're saying. But definitely, I appreciate you for answering that, and I know you'll be teaching us more about what to do. But Robert, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it back on to you, brother.
Oh, wait, sister girl. I just want to make sure that everybody knows that Black Business Boom is here to stay. So if you are watching this broadcast, please, 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 please go down in the comments section and tell us what is your takeaway from today. There have been so many nuggets dropped, and I just want to tell you sincerely, when I tell you to connect with Taria Hodge, please do so because she will teach you something. When I tell you to connect with a vision of her, please do so because she will share with you something that you need to help you get the bag. And also make sure you check out my homegirl, Danielle McGee. I didn't call it Danny, I didn't call it D, but her real name, mama named it Danielle. And her last name is McGee. So make sure that you go to the Black CEO feed and you put in your takeaway. Matter of fact, we also asked that you would just reach out and connect with her on Facebook, on Instagram. There were so many platforms that she named. I couldn't write them all down, but I do have one question. I swear I got one question and one question only, Danielle McGee. This is the one thing that I say all the time, but I mean it for real, for real. This is a sincere moment for me, y'all. I have a face made for radio, and I live as an extrovert, but I'm for real, an introvert. One thing that I've got to conquer in 2020, y'all, is get in front of a camera, sit down, and just get to talking. Now, if you put me on stage with a microphone, I will talk. If you put me in a classroom, I will talk. If you put me in a small, intimate setting or 5,000 people, I've got no problem. My one Achilles heel is to sit down in front of a camera and talk. So, my little elementary question is, how do you get to a point where you are committed to having, I think I heard you say, I got my phone and my tripod with me all the time. So therein lies my opportunity to talk to a screen and just drop content. I mean, is there something that prompts you to do it? Do you do it on a schedule? I mean, how do you overcome the fear to be able to do it? Because that's my thing. So all my saints out there, y'all pray that I get that fear off me in 2019, actually. But how do you get to that point, and what drives you to do that?
That's a really great question, and I'm not sure I have conquered it. But it's so funny because growing up, I was always teased about my voice. And so only in the last year have I really become comfortable with speaking and being recorded, because it's always been like, oh, I hate my voice because people tease me about it. And so it really is just me knowing that I don't have a choice, honestly. And so with me knowing I didn't have a choice, I said, okay, I'm going to order this light. I'm going to order this backdrop. And then every Sunday, I'm going to commit to doing a video, even if it's just 10 minutes. I'm going to commit to doing this because I know I don't have a choice, honestly. So, and then I also have a radio show here in Nashville. And so I always make sure I set up my tripod when I'm doing the radio show so that I'm capturing the video for online. So again, just taking advantage of every opportunity you have, having someone, when you do have speaking engagements, having someone in the audience, making sure that they're capturing, you know, those little nuggets that you're throwing out, because then you can go and use that for social media. So again, just every opportunity you get, because I feel you. I'm still not there myself. I just kind of make myself do it because I know I have to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I know that this is something that I will commit to doing. So basically, if I hear you correctly, you know, you don't have a choice. You sink or swim, right? And if you put yourself in that position, 9 times out of 10, most of us will learn how to swim real quick without a raft or a boat. So
if you don't have
I
a
definitely
video
have to take away.
strategy right now, if you don't have a video strategy involving your social media and your content, your website, you will sink. So, you know, that is so important right now. And again, like I said, 80% of folks are looking for video online. So that's where you have to be right now.
Okay.
Yeah. One last thing I forgot to offer my free ebook. So I do have a free ebook, and if you're interested in getting it, it's a free online marketing 101. This is for folks that are brand new to online marketing and want to learn more about how to grow their business. If you text the word business to 33777, I will then send you a code to get our free ebook. Again, that's text business, the word business, to 33777, and I'll text you back a coupon code to get our free ebook. There's a lot of information there. It's like 37 pages. So again, for those that didn't catch it, I'm gonna say it one more time. Just text the word business to 33777 to get our free online marketing 101 ebook.
Well, you heard it here first. Black Business Boom, headed up by our very own sister girlfriend, Danielle McGee. Make sure that you reach out and connect. Well, Danielle, at the end of every one of our broadcasts, we like to show love. We like to shout folks out, but we also like to let everybody know that we are about to be in 3, 2, 1, Black CEO out.
Out.